Well, I finally got the wheels painted up. I painted them with Flood Solid Stain. It's good for like, I don't know, 10 years on fences and stuff, but the best thing is just keep it outside the weather. Like this wood here, it's not even protected, right? As long as it's under here, it's never going to rot out. And that's what, you're never going to have a problem with it. It's still a little wet too. You can see a couple spots, but you might have to go over it again just to touch up where I missed, but pretty much got all of it. And I had to look too to make sure which side. You had a bigger side that's, you could see there's a little bit of wood I missed right there. I got to get that. The bigger side goes to the outside, and that's the inside right there. I'm waiting on the axle. I think this guy's pretty good, but man, he's getting me nervous because I ordered, these are supposed to have been fully delivered with the axle on September 23rd, and here it's like November 6th or 7th or something, and I'm still waiting on the axle, so I got a dispute in on him, but I think he's good to go, but I have to put the dispute in because else I lose my rights to, redress, whatever. So, but the axle is like, it's a square axle, and it's round on the end for here, and then it's got a big washer with a linch pin. And my specifications were 42 inches width, when you're considering 42 inches from the center of the wheel, right here, from the center where the wheel would be resting on the ground, from center, from this wheel to the opposite wheel, 42 would be 42 inches. In other words, the track would be 42 inches from the center to the center of the track. Not from the outside of the hub, not from the inside of the hub or anything like that. So that was my specification. I'm still waiting on that, and that's holding me up. As soon as I get that, I'm going to try to make the metal band for the trunnion plates. If I make that, I'm home free. I'm home free. I think I will be able to make it. I also figured out a way to do the elevation screw. I'm not going to pay $250 to $400 something for the elevation screw and the, I don't know what you call that, the housing that the screw goes into. In other words, it elevates the back of the cannon. You can use for like, I think it's $28. There's a scaffolding screw jack. It's 1 3/8 solid steel, the thickness of the screw itself. And you can fabricate the elevation screw from that. When I'm going to do that versus doing, because it's not going to be, and I'll tell you the truth, if the Confederates are around, I guarantee they would have been doing that instead of freaking paying $400 something for some stupid parts these parts they think they're gold plated. As a matter of fact, those trunnion plates, just a trunnion plate that goes around a piece of wood, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but they want $200 at the lowest price plus shipping. And you're talking, you need about $30 of steel to do both of them. So like $400 worth of parts requires $30 worth of steel, or $35 worth of steel plus the shipping cost. But then, it's $400 plus shipping, so, the shipping will be even less on the $30-something worth of steel. But you got to bend it. So the way I'm going to bend it is I'm going to use the cutoff wheel to put cuts in where I'm going to bend it and make it thinner there where the cuts are. And then I'll fill in, after it's bent to shape, it's got that shape that goes like this and comes around like this. I'm going to fill in the part where I cut it with the cutoff wheel. Not all the way through, just enough so I can bend it. This is where I cut it off with the cutoff wheel through the, like, in other words, if you're going to bend this, I would put a cut here, here, and here, and then bend it, make it a right angle. And then after it's made the right angle, I would fill this in with a weld and grind it down. And it's going to have to be thicker than this. I think this is a 1/4 inch. I'm going to have to go with, I don't know how thick the trunnion plates are. Maybe they're 3/8. I might go with 5/16, but it's not going to be a live fire cannon anyway. It's going to be a blank. I'm not going to put projectiles in it. And if I get this done for a total cost with the barrel for $3,000 or less, that's going to mean, you can put together, in other words, it's either, I don't know, 10 grand for a carriage. I don't know. You're talking at least $15,000 for the damn thing. So, I mean, you can get 5 of them for the price of one, or maybe sometimes they're way more than that too. I mean, so at least 5 of them for the price of one. That's why I want to do it that way, so more people can. In other words, we can have a whole battery. You know, I'd rather have 5 of these cannons like this, not exactly perfectly correct, and have one. You hear boom, 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 boom. Then the next, then reload. That'd be the way to do it, man. More firepower. So, anyway, these are painted up, and I'm waiting on damn axles. So, hope this guy freaking shows up with this stuff. He's been in business a long time. He makes good wheels. He does what he's doing, but he seems to be, I don't know, something going on with him. Not sure. But, you know, he's holding me up. I'll tell you that right now. He's freaking slowing me down for getting this shit done. But I got other things to do, but still, I want to get, you know, I was saying I was shooting for this to do this in under a year. About to take at least a year, but knowing me, once I get the stuff ready, I'm going to go balls to the wall, and it'll probably be done sometime early next year with the barrel and everything. So, there we go.